What?
Sanity.
How can you?
You not have to come inside of girls.
Bro,
You can, like,
she's 22.
pull out
No.
and bust on their chest.
No. She's gonna fill my legacy.
Or in their face.
She's gonna fill the legacy.
Or just on the back.
She's gonna fill the legacy inside. I got kings in my DNA, bro.
What should I name? The guy.
Lodo, Edric. You wanna be like Link and Zelda? Technically, Lodo, L-O-T-O. He's a reincarnation of Loto. I don't think it is. It's not canon. Breezy is not canon. They got all these crazy rules. You can make it to where you can't use your items. You shouldn't do it though.
Is this hard?
No, it's like the one on PS2. It's easier actually. You don't have to do the boss battle. You don't have to fight anything. You can run from it. But when you get to the bosses, you'll be real weak.
It's not.
It's like every Dragonquest you've ever played.
It's not yeah, it is.
You start off, you go to the shop, you go to this bullshit.
It's what's it called?
You fight slimes.
It's not.
Then you go to the item shop.
It's not live. It's what's it called? Turn-based.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
As it should be. It's like the last one that is. Besides Persona, but fuck that game. I'm never playing those. See, what's this shit? Is this the guy? It's like some kind of geek shit. Is that going on? Everybody sees it. Creepy ass thing.
This child, he is the one. There's the mark. There's no mistaking it.
Nice. On the new wheat or the old wheat? Oh, okay. Alrighty. Alright, cool. Well, I'll talk to you later then.
Oh,
Alright.
What in heavens are you doing here? And after that awful storm, too. However did you survive? Oh, you're a jolly one. What's this? Poor thing. Come here. Come here. Oh, there's no need to be frightened anymore. You're safe now, little
I
fellow.
can do that. I need to put No joke. No joke. It's a world treat. What's it called? Damn, I want to play WoW. Oh. I didn't play WoW. Fuck. Play old WoW. That's some shit. About to play WoW, man. Fuck this. Play some,
Thanks so much. You're a lifesaver. Trust me to lose my headscarf just before the big ceremony.
The accents. You know they don't have these voice actors in Japan. There's no voice actors.
So it's finally here, the big
They only do this for here
day.
'cause it's like part of the
I
thing.
can't
It's like
believe we're going to be climbing all the way up there.
very Scottish.
Japanese.
It's the funny hilarity of it. That they make it so opposite.
Looks like Sandy's keen to lead the way.
So in Japan, they just don't hear it.
Right. They have that
But
for
they
us
talk,
because we're
but they're
stupid.
like,
We're too stupid.
why
Well,
wouldn't they?
it's a joke though. It's like the part of
Come
the
on.
Dragonquest.
Let's not keep her waiting.
Oh, it's just
It's like part of the humor. Like,
they don't do it.
they're always gonna have Scottish fucking. Even the PS2 was like this. Yengus. Oi. Everybody talks like fucking Game of Thrones.
Wow.
You don't like this?
I saw that big giant tree and it made me want to play WoW.
Beautiful. Look how luscious. We're a living Toriyama cartoon.
Today's people give you shit.
No, not really. You need to just speak to me this way. You don't need to go all the way up to the State Mountain tour or whatever it's called. The game doesn't even start. You know what I mean? You're going through bullshit. Gotta find a boss.
It's very user friendly.
Yeah, anybody can play this. Anybody can platinum this. So bad.
Just have to play
Reason.
now.
Pop pop.
So it's only during cutscenes they talk.
Yeah, that your mom sounds like fucking the most England lady ever. Mrs. Muffy. Like, oh, we'll miss you, dear. Yeah, spread her up and right there and there.
Sort of like just spread out across.
Fuck that girl behind you.
Looks like the chick that worked at the gym.
Your soulmate. She cries in this. I wish you would.
Humble folk of cobblestone, great land spirits, hearth and home. That's how it goes, isn't it? My granddad's been teaching me the prayer ever since I was little. He reckons the spirit of the land really does live on Cobblestone Tor, you see. A As long as I can remember, he's been preparing me for this day. The day it would finally be my turn to climb all the way up there and offer my thanks. I just wonder whose idea it was in the first place, sending the village's young folk on such a dangerous errand. What if I take a tumble and do myself a mischief? Well, not to worry. Since you and me were born on the same day, I'm lucky enough to have a bodyguard along for the journey. Come on then. That craggy old thing won't climb its... Oh.
Hello, puppy.
Ah! Monster! They're coming this way! Tough little blighters, aren't they? Crikey! I wasn't expecting that. I know they were only little, but I'd have been done for if you and Sandy hadn't been here to help me. And now we've got to go through that horrible, dingy cave. Just our luck.
Girl, you better chill.
I'll bet you anything that's where those awful things came from. Well, as long as you're with me, I've got nothing to worry about. Come on. blighters, aren't they? Blighters, aren't they? Is this normal, do you think? Help! What? Ah! 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 Quick! blighters, aren't they? Well done!
I'm sorry, Gemma. I only came up here because I thought it'd be funny to jump out and surprise you.
Look at those fucking eyes. Look at those fucking eyes. Goddamn wall.
But then those monsters...
What in the world is going on? I never heard anything about monsters appearing on the tour before. But never mind that now. Whatever were you thinking? You could have been killed.
Yes, Gemma. Sorry, Gemma.
You saved my bacon again. I knew you were tough, but crikey, you really have grown into quite the hero. Not far to the top now. Typical. It would have to go and start raining, would... Here we are. Oh. It's such a shame about the weather. Well, we better say the prayer and get this ceremony. What was that? How? That great big... Look! The mark on your hand! Huh? Oh, it stopped. All I know is that you saved me yet again. I don't know what I'd do without you. Now, we really had better be finishing up this ceremony. Humble folk of Cobblestone, Great land spirits, hearth, lift your voices up in prayer. Sing it across all our drear. Blessed are we since days of yore. Let it be so forevermore. Wow! Look! It just goes on and on and on. Whoever dreamed up this ceremony must have had this in mind. Well, that's it. It's all over and now we're grown-ups. Should we head down and tell Grandad and everyone? They'll all be waiting for us at the bottom. We're back safe and sound, Grandad.
Indeed you are, my dear. When we saw lightning striking up there, we got a little worried, I have to tell you. Well, I never. Sounds like it's nothing short of a miracle that you made it back in one piece. Well, there's no doubt Now tell me, my dear, how was the view from the top?
It was wonderful. I saw the sea stretch into the horizon and the sunlight playing on the water and... Oh, I've never seen anything like it in my life.
You're true Cobblestonians now. Only you're still young, and the day may yet come. I hope our little ceremony has opened your eyes. Now, it's high time we were heading back. I'm sure your mother is eager to hear how things went.
Come on, you. Home time.
little soldier. Well, not so little anymore. I've heard. I hope he wasn't too.
Quite the opposite. We got attacked by him. But you'll never guess what happened next.
What did you say? That funny little mark? Lightning flight. Here I was hoping he'd turn out nice and ordinary, but it seems his grandfather was right all along. Well, I've been putting this off for long enough now. You and me. Here. This belongs to you. Your grandfather asked me to give you it once you'd come of age and climbed the Tor. The truth is, there's something I've been keeping a secret of. It's... how can I put this now? Well, you're the reincarnation of the Luminary.
What?
Oh, don't ask me what the old fool meant, dear. I haven't got the foggiest. All I know, he said that when you came of age, you were to head north to the capital, up there in Heliodor, and show that... He seemed to think that if you did that, all would become clear. Clear as mud, I shouldn't... Anyway, the long and short of it is that if you want to find out what this is all about...
Crikey.
Well, I can't stop you leaving, I'm sure, but you won't be
can't sleep either. You remember this tree, don't you? I got my scarf stuck in it all those years ago. There I was, crying like mad, and there you were, running round. You know, I always imagined we'd spend our whole lives right here in Cobblestone. That's why I was so surprised by what your mum said today. All that stuff about you being the luminary, that reincarnation thing.
It's not easy.
I remember the story my granddad told me. Once upon a time, long, long ago, the world was terrorized by a horrible monster. But then, the luminary appeared and saved the day. When it was all over, the luminary turned into a star. And he's been watching over us from up in the heavens ever since. That's his star, right there. How can you be the luminary too? I just don't get it. I know. That's what you're going to Heliodor to find out. I understand, really I do. Listen, we should both be getting back. Goodbye, old friend.
Well, just look at you. You don't scrub up too bad, you know. Only wish your grandfather were here to see you. You won't forget him, will you? He was a fine, upstanding man, the pride of the village. You could do worse than try to be like him. Well, however you turn out, I'm sure you'll find a way to overcome whatever lies ahead. A mother knows these things. Oh, by the way, I've popped a little money I'd saved for a rainy day in your pack. Why don't you visit the village shop before you head off to Heliodor? You'll need some supplies for your big adventure. But don't take too long. The whole village is turning out to wave you off.